Hi there guys, welcome to Boxbred. I'm going to give my brief thoughts here on a fight that's happening this weekend for the vacant British heavyweight title. It sees David Price going up against Sam Sexton, and I think David Price is going to win this fight by knockout in the 5th round. Let's firstly look at David Price. He is a hot heavyweight prospect from here in the UK. He is making waves with his power. He's stopping pretty much everyone he's facing now. They just don't seem to be able to take his power. In his last fight, it was his first 12-round fight. Not that it mattered. I mean, he knocked out John McDermott in the first round, and everyone he touches seems to just crumble. So he's proving that he has a lot of power in his hands. But what I like about David Price is, apart from being a big guy, sometimes you see these big guys who are just big guys. They don't really have a lot of boxing ability, but they're in there because they're big. But he doesn't just rely on that. He also relies on the sound technical ability. And he does remind me of the Klitschko brothers, the way he puts his punches together at times. He likes to, he's got a very good jab, and he likes to follow that jab with a quick straight right hand, which is, if you looked at his knockout against Tom Dallas, that was something to behold. It's really good straight punches. And yeah, I like him in this fight. I think Sexton's going to be another victim of the power. I don't think he's going to be able to survive for the whole 12 rounds against power like David Price is. Um, However, I do see Sam Sexton lasting a bit longer than his other recent opponents. I think Sexton's actually a pretty good boxer. He beat Larry Oluwambiro in his last fight. There was a technical decision after round 5 due to a cut that he sustained, and they went to the referee scorecards. But I picked him over the Oluwambiro because I think Sexton is actually a pretty good boxer. He's only lost twice. They were both times were against Derek Chisora. He was stopped on both occasions. Which does lead me to say yes, he will, feel the power. I think. Since then though, Derek Chisora is making waves in the heavyweight division. He's proved that he's a top heavyweight out there as well. He's held his own with Vitaly Klitschko and Robert Helenius. So, that's no shame for Sexton to have lost to Derek Chisora. I think, Sexton is a very good fight, a very good choice for David Price to move on against a bit tougher opposition, and it's a good domestic fight. Um, what does Sexton have to do really? Well, what I think Sexton needs to do is not rush in there like John McDermott did, and not swing wild. I think what Sexton's going to do is he's going to actually try and maintain a little bit of distance and actually try and be patient with David Price. What I would probably look to do if I was Sam Sexton is try and take it to the later rounds if he can. Really strive to stay out of trouble and take it beyond the first few rounds, because somewhere David Price hasn't been lately, and it's somewhere where stamina may creep into this. And I think that Sam Sexton has been distances. He's been he's had more experience going further into fights than David Price, and I think that if he could take him there, that would be his best opportunity to probably try and pick away at David Price and eventually try and try his luck on getting inside. Um, Unfortunately, I can't see that happening. I think like I said, I'm predicting 5th round stoppage for David Price. I think that Sam Sexton will do okay early on. He'll try and keep away from David Price, keep away from that jab. He'll probably not expecting him to try and jump inside straight away. I'm expecting him to try and think his way inside, be patient, buy his time, try and take David Price a bit further into the fight. But I think the Price may actually start putting the heat on. Then he may start pressurising Sexton a little bit. May start thinking, he doesn't want to go giving Sexton too much leeway. He might think, he wants to start putting the pressure on, see how Sexton, takes his power. He's gonna. If I was David Price, try and catch Sexton early and show him your power. The way it's going, if he does catch Sexton early, it'll be all over. But be interesting to see, what Sexton does in this fight. How he is as an opponent to David Price, because he's a good boxer, and he's not just some wild guy like John McDermott was, who's going to come in and get caught against David Price. He's going to be a bit more calculated, and I'm expecting Sexton to be a bit more difficult to catch for David Price. Because he's got a decent defense, decent high guard, Sam Sexton. If you look at his fight against Oluwambiro, when he was trying to throw straight punches, He was, he's got decent movement, Sexton. He was parrying the punches with his gloves, making himself a little bit of a more difficult target to get at. I'm expecting him to try and do that early in this fight, particularly against David Price. But I think he's going to get caught up with, he's going to get caught, and I'm going for the fifth round. So I think David Price gets, becomes the first guy from Liverpool to win a British heavyweight title, and I think we can expect some big things from him. So I'm going to leave it there. That's my analysis of the fight, what I think is going to happen. Please let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching as always, listening as always. This is Boxpred and I'm out.